I'm super excited though. I bought a really cute jumpsuit today. I justified it by being like, this would be perfect for me. Oh.
I say grabbing a drink.
Okay, now my mic is on. As it should.
Infamous, is it Dr. Pepper?
It is always Dr. Pepper, let's be real here.
I don't know why I Dr. Pepper.
I should get water too.
Yes, hydrate. I was like, what is that noise? And you have like a little like, that's so cute.
I have a mini fridge that has my water in it.
That's adorable.
We've got the mini fridge because my husband, we like soda, and so we got the mini fridge for the soda. But I don't really drink soda very often. It's just not something I crave. So now it holds water. It's difficult though because like I'll buy like a 12-pack of soda and that will last me a year usually. It's good. It lasts like a whole year for me. But then like my husband will like drink my soda and I'll go get a soda like the once in a blue moon I want one and there's no soda. I'm like, what? Like I had a year supply. And my husband's like, that's 12 cans. And I was like, I know, but still like I wanted my soda. Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's kind of how it equals out to. I drink like maybe a soda a month.
Then we do introduction.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
We should start with that. Okay, I'm first. Hi,
Yes.
I use they, he pronouns.
Hi, I'm Hazel. I only drink soda once a month. I use she/her pronouns.
Hi, I'm Juniper. I use she/her pronouns.
I'm Ari, I use they, them pronouns.
Hi, I'm Dani. I use she/her pronouns.
Hi, I'm Cass. I drink soda only once an hour. And I use they, them.
It's okay, Caspian. We balance each other out
Yeah.
perfectly.
Do not be confused by Caspian's name saying they. That
This is
not
an
correct.
ongoing joke.
Yes.
It's only about half the panels, like the amount of panels that it is they, twice the amount I've tried to go on as they, and someone's pointed it out to me. So
It's almost as frequent as me forgetting to change my name.
yeah,
I have to remind Hazel of every
Yep.
single time.
Yep. That's why Reggie is a muse. No. That's Reggie's muse job. Remind Hazel to change their name.
I'm like, Hazel, change your name.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. That's the job.
Literally, that's my entire job.
It's very necessary. Very much needed.
all the muses have a very special role.
But-
they have in general roles, but they
Which is
all
to
have
keep Hazel's
very-
brain in one piece. No, I'm kidding.
Everyone has a slightly different role. Yeah. Noah is our emotional support Lembo. We love them.
Yep. Emotional support Australian. It's necessary. It's very much needed. I highly recommend everybody get an emotional support. They them Australian. It's good.
And if you can't find an Australian, New Zealand will do.
Yes. Potentially even better. Who knows? We haven't experimented with
Yeah.
that yet. No.
If you can't make your own store-bought, it's fine.
Yes.
Like, can I copy your homework? You change it just a little bit.
I mean, to be fair, that's also, England and all the countries that colonized.
A little. A little.
I say as a Scot. How is the chat doing today?
Yeah. They asked us how we're doing. I think that was a pretty good snapshot into how we're all doing. How's the chat?
Yeah. Are you guys okay?
Are you staying hydrated?
How are you guys doing? Haha,
Are-
reverse psychology. We're asking you the questions.
Yeah. Yeah, this is actually this is a panel, but you're the panelists.
Yeah.
So it's time for maths questions for you. What's 79 times 34?
Oh, Caspian's salty about all the math questions we get asked. That's what I'm picking
I
up
am
on.
because listen, I may be doing an MSc, but that doesn't mean I know science or math.
I don't know science. I'm doing a BSc, and I don't know science or math.
I didn't do high school. Well, I didn't do the last couple months of my senior year of high school, so I'm good. I'll pass.
Yeah, but Hazel, you read a physics book for fun in the last month.
Physics and math are different things entirely. You don't need to actually know any math to know physics.
They have equations.
do.
They're the
Okay,
same thing.
theoretical physics. You don't need it for theoretical physics. You don't need to actually do
Hazel,
math. They put it in the
Hazel, let
books. They put the
Hazel,
equations in the books.
Hazel, let me remind you of the most famous theoretical physics question. E equals mc squared.
I don't know what that is. I
Maths.
know mass times acceleration equals force. That's all I know. For the kinds of physics I'm interested in, you don't actually need to know too much about math. You can Google the math faults. I'm
That's
having a
fine.
wardrobe malfunction. Okay, good, it's good. For the physics I'm interested in, I don't need the maths. I just Google the math faults and it's good. I don't plan to be a physicist. I'm just interested in physics.
I just saw Istora Jane's response to asking us how everyone's doing, and that made me very happy.
Aww.
Well,
Can we
Sarah,
talk about
man.
how much we love Isadora Jane? Because
Yes.
we, you guys have no idea how much we appreciate, every single one of you. we do notice all of you, and like when we see you guys in the chat, we get excited because we're just there like, oh my god,
It's people.
yeah. Because like you guys might have favorite streamers, but we're also there like, oh my god, look at the chat.
I'm sorry, I'm stuck on the physics thing now. I realized that I could not, in fact, actually do anything with my physics knowledge because I don't do the math part. But I stand by
took
that you can enjoy physics without math.
I mean, I'm good at math. I took physics for a week and then dropped it because it was horrible.
Oh, I didn't take physics in high school though. That was gonna be all math, and I was like, nope, I'm out of here. But I will read physics books.
Yeah, like I did, like for my A levels. So like the last 2 years of high school for England is A levels, and for them I did chemistry, biology, psychology, and archaeology. And like chemistry and biology, like those slap. I can get on board with all of those. Those make sense. But physics, I do not understand. All I know is that there is radiation, and occasionally I accidentally give a physics lecture in a panel dressed as Ursula and try and explain that.
So I always slipped into the well, not in character. I could call people out. The chat asking what's the acceleration when I get dropping in their mouth, and I think you'd have to determine the force because you need two parts of the equation to figure it out. So if you determine the first, you would just do, let's see, force divided by mass, and you'd get acceleration.
Well, this depends, because are we talking about the acceleration of nugget dropping into the mouth from being put into the mouth like this, or is it gravity style?
I'm assuming gravity.
Yeah,
also,
like
how far away from the mouth is the nugget to begin with?
And it's not like throwing up, it's just dropping.
Distance is also in there. Ari is just regretting their question now.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I only know that force times acceleration equals, or mass times acceleration equals force. That's all I know. So the rest of it, I don't know. But I'm assuming you'd have to measure the force.
Equals time and stuff.
How I would do it is I would do it Mythbuster style, build a device to measure the force of dropping the nugget from like the specified height, and you take the force that you get from that and you divide it by the mass, and then you get acceleration. But mass and weight are different. I don't know why they're different or how they're different. I just know they're different. So
if any physicists in the chat want to do that experiment, and let us know.
I just like reading about physics.
If there are any nuggies that have kidnapped Ari once more to hand them a nugget so we can work out
the theory part of it. I don't like the practical part.
Yeah, I like the theory part. I like the theories. I understand I couldn't actually, save a starship like Janeway does in Voyager numerous times due to her understanding of math and physics, but I can pretend to know.
I can make a sign.
Yes.
It's all fake until you make it. I am faking my way through my entire degree right now. So.
I mean, same. I have been in university. This is my 6th year in university. Just the end of my 6th year in university, and I've been faking it this entire time.
See, I have learned. I've learned at work because I skipped school and just went straight to working. I don't have to do the technical stuff because we have an IT guy for that, which is fantastic because when I ask him, hey, do you know where that thing that like measures voltage went? He's like, oh, a voltmeter? I'm like, yes, that. I'm like, do you know where that's at? Because I need it to check on the golf cart. He's like, oh, yeah, here it is. And I'm like, also, could you refresh my memory on what setting this needs to be on for me to call battery? And he's like, oh, yeah, here you go. And then I can do my job. So it's like having Google, but in human form. And I love our IT guy. But I will say I have enough practical skills to be able to figure out that the battery was fine in that golf cart and it was a starter issue. So proud of myself for that.
Oh, we did get asked by Nuggies what our favorite video game is, though.
Oh, that depends.
Good question.
I know exactly what mine is, because it's a game that I have played since it first came out in the early 2000s, on and off. And every time because now at this point I only have it on CD and I can only get it on CD, so I have to like plug in like a CD adapter since laptops have gotten more complicated. And I will sit there and play for like a solid 48 hours. And that is Zoo Tycoon 2 with all of the expansion packs.
I used to play Roller Coaster Tycoon, and it's very good. It's very, very good. But they have Roller Coaster Tycoon on Steam now, so. I don't really have like necessarily a favorite individual video game. I just really like open world RPGs. So I really enjoy Dragon Age Inquisition, and then I also really currently I'm really enjoying Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And I was recently back into Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but that's on the sidebar again. Yes, Cassia.
As a call out, I would just like to say I discovered what Hazel her D&D character name is.
Okay, that wasn't
And I was
because
like-
of Dragon Age. That was a coincidence. I saw the name on Pinterest when I was looking for names, and I was like, oh, I actually really like that name. I know it's from Dragon Age, but I don't care.
Yeah, I saw it, and in this question, I was like, okay, so Dragon Age is going to be somewhere in this answer for Hazel.
Oh gosh, yeah. Well, I did really enjoy Dragon Age Inquisition a lot. I'm currently playing
through it for the first time, and like I'm enjoying it
good.
much.
It's so good. I love the DLC for it too. It's really good.
I don't understand where like the whole Dragon Age bit comes into it, because honestly, it's basically a dating Cullen simulator, because that's what I'm using it for.
It is. It completely is.
Yeah.
I don't even use it for the fighting. I'm just like, let me romance.
I never
This
even
character,
found that
please.
storyline. I don't know where that is. I need to play through it again.
Wait,
I
the
was just like,
romance
where
scene or
did
the
that go thing?
Dragon Age? Wait, I'm confused. I do own the like rule set and like stuff you need to play the Dragon Age tabletop game.
It's a tabletop
Yeah,
game?
I
They have
actually
a
kind of
tabletop game?
I kind of prefer it to D&D actually. Like I like how they do things, and I will say my favorite part of the tabletop game is that there's a spell that mages can use that way like it basically makes you afraid of the sky. So with humans and elves, it makes you think that something's gonna come down from the sky to attack you. But with dwarfs, it makes them think that they're gonna fall into the sky. And so dwarfs, if they get hit by the spell, have to run and try to find something to hold on to because they think they're gonna fall into the sky. Because the dwarfs of Dragon Age are only underground.
So we should play this, Hazel.
I would love to play it. I haven't had a chance to really use it very much. I have to go over how it works again. But it's really fun.
Yeah.
You can only do 3 classes because it's based on Dragon Age and they just have Mage, Warrior, and Rogue. But
If
it's
we
really
play
good.
it, I will
It's
play
good.
it the rest
I've
as
played
Cullen.
it.
You
I've
have?
played it. I have a party. Yeah, I have like a drag. We haven't played in ages, but I have a drag D&D kind of like party
Oh
thing
my
that I did.
goodness.
It's
I love
really
that.
good.
Another reason why I love the Reggie. I have to use your
The
title in
Reggie?
this situation.
I know.
So I just
The Reggie.
I love it so much. One of my favorite things is when I first played the tabletop game with my cousins and my husband, we were making the characters, and basically there's also an issue where like every time you use magic as a mage in Dragon Age, you have the chance of getting possessed. Like there's always a small chance. It's not super likely, but it's not impossible. And
As someone who
basically,
played as a mage, yes, I know.
yeah, basically,
Wait, is it?
yeah. Well,
Oh.
basically, in my in the game, my cousin was doing a rogue, and then my husband and my other cousin were doing mages. And so my cousin who's playing rogue was like, "Yeah, so there's a chance they could both become possessed at the same time." And he's like, "If that happens, I'm just gonna run. Like, even if one gets possessed, I'm running. I'm sorry, you're on your own, but I'm running. That's not. I'm not about to be attacked by demons. I'm gonna run." So, anyways, though, but it's just there's some really cool dynamics and mechanics in the Dragon Age tabletop game. So, if we want to also do that as a campaign at some point, it'd be super fun.
I'm so down. But also back to the question,
Yes.
what's everyone else's favorite video
Yeah, I
We're
was
on a
literally
tangent.
I play
It's
so
for
many
recording
games.
podcast.
I would play so many games because I like stream a bunch of games, so I don't really have a favorite one. But the one I'm playing now is I just started The Last of Us. I've never played it before. I suck at it. Because I just can't play shooter games or stealth games.
Oh, I can't either.
I'm the worst person ever because I'm just like, I can make it. I can just run. no, you can't. You need to stealth. You can't do that.
Yeah.
But Detroit Become Human has been like my #1 game since it came out. It's actually it's the game that got me into like streaming and stuff, so I always say that's my favorite game. But yeah, I have a lot.
Yeah, I can't do shooter games either. I can't play mages either on Dragon Age. I just can't. Anything aiming wise, can't do it. And
Oh,
I will
yeah.
it's
say,
fine. The mage in Dragon Age, you don't aim, you just click, 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 click,
well,
click,
but
click.
you
That's
here's the
Because I play
thing.
a mage.
You can't really button mash as
Yeah.
effectively as a mage in Dragon Age as you can with a warrior class.
Oh,
I can't
yes,
do it effectively. I can't do it effectively.
When I was doing Mage Hawk in Dragon Age 2, I was just like pressing buttons and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I just stick to warrior classes. I will say though, my only other comment was that I used to not be good at stealth, and when I first started playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, stealth is a major part of Assassin's Creed. And my heart was literally pounding out of my chest the first time I had to stealthily infiltrate a place. I was so afraid, and it took me like 3 hours, and I couldn't do it. I'm better at it now, but anyways, that was my 2 cents. Does anybody else have a favorite video game?
I don't play video games, so
Okay.
I don't have a favorite.
Ari?
Other than Dragon Age, Assassin's Creed Origins was really good. I played a little bit of Valhalla, a little bit of what was the one in between? You just said it.
Odyssey.
Odyssey, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I've
good
only
too.
played Odyssey and Valhalla, so.
Yeah, I think those are probably my favorite. I feel like I'm forgetting like a major one, but
So Ari and I are destined to become really good friends. No.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, one that I've kind of sort of fixated on recently is like it's by no means favorite, but one that I just cannot get enough of playing is Gang Beasts.
Oh, yes. It's such a good game.
It is, Reggie. We should play sometime.
Yes.
Mhm.
I love like little games like that where it's like there's no real storyline. It's just like little like and it's really cool.
Yeah, yeah, like certain levels, like there's an aquarium level where I refuse to take part in the fighting because I just want to watch the fish.
That's
As
kind of
a-
like 6 games in, or just you're just like, oh, there's like a shark down here. Like you never went down the raft to go see the other fish. You just in there with crying the whole time.
Yeah.
I do enjoy a lot of the different Pokemon versions on the DS, just collecting them.
Pokemon's good. I've never played it though.
Neither. I like when there was the Pokemon Go craze, I had it on my phone for like a month, but I opened my phone maybe twice. My mum got really into Pokemon Go
So did
because
mine.
she would take my dog for walks for like 3 hours because she'd be going to like the local gyms and everything.
You gotta
Like,
hatch your eggs.
yeah. But the thing is, she didn't tell us this, so it would just be my mum has gone missing with my dog for 3 hours.
Oh
She didn't even
gosh.
tell us they were going on a walk, and then she came back and was like, "Look what I hatched."
It's amazing.
My mom was really into Pokemon Go as well, and like I still remember distinctly we had gone to Walmart to go get some like groceries. Had bought ice cream, and then she spent like an hour out driving around the Walmart parking lot doing Pokemon Go. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, mom, we have ice cream. We need to go home." And
Gonna melt.
my other distinct memory of Pokemon Go is I was visiting family over in Utah and my uncle, and like we went on a Pokemon Go walk basically. And my little tiny, like, I think he was like 4 or something like that, like, cousin was playing with my uncle's phone to like play Pokemon Go. And he's like throwing raspberries at like a Weeble or something, like just like raspberry after raspberry after raspberry. And my girl's like, no, don't do that. And then he got a look from my aunt, and he was like, sorry, you can go ahead and use all the raspberries on a Weeble, I guess. It was just hilarious to me.
I
Yeah, I
was
played it for a week, and
just really upset because one of the times, like one of those few times that I opened the app, I was at the mall with my mum, I remember. Or like we were at some shopping place and she just stopped and was like, "Ooh, there's something to catch here." And I opened the app and like she caught it straight away, like she was so well practiced at it. And then I was there and she was just watching me and she's like, no, no, okay, just give me the phone. And suddenly I realized how I sounded all the time to her whenever she was trying to do anything techie.
Yeah,
Oh, we have a couple more questions.
we do.
Unfortunately, you'll never know what they are because I forgot how to say words out loud.
Okay, that's fine. So the first one, this one hopefully is short. Well, it doesn't and why attached to it, but Oliver was saying since Aurora's not here to ask the important question, they will do it, and they asked, "What is your favorite color and why?" Silence.
I mean, my favorite color is blue, and at first, like, I don't know, I just like it, and then I started reading Percy Jackson, so I kinda get obsessed with it. So
It's the hyperfixations for me. Because my favorite color is purple. And it's my favorite color because I hyperfixated on Descendants for so long that purple became my favorite color just for some reason, and now my room is purple. And everything in my life is purple, so that's great.
Yeah. Green is my favorite color just because it's a color that I feel like I look good in, so I like it.
Um, Mine my whole life had been red, but it's kind of shifting to blue now. And it's a vibe.
That's a big shift.
It's the entire color spectrum, if you will.
Yeah, I love. Yeah.
Yeah, mine's blue, but now that we're talking about people having clothes that's their favorite color, like I don't really have any blue stuff. That's weird. Like I think I have one blue shirt. I bought a lot of like when I went to university, I bought a lot of my university's colors, so now half my wardrobe is like maroon.
You
I
said
can't stop.
Hogwarts student. No. Um, yeah.
mine's emerald green, and basically I just like plants, nature. Yeah, but I somehow have lots of blue clothes.
I have a lot of like black and grays,
Yeah, same.
but like my favorite colors to wear are like emerald green and red, and I have like probably 5 or 6 red things. I have no emerald green for some reason.
I
I'm
have
like, it's
I
the
don't have
best.
like
It's the thing I look best in, and yet
I don't have like any purple. The only purple thing I own is like my Camp Jupiter shirt. And that's literally it.
I feel that. I have 2 purple things: Camp Jupiter shirt, and I have a hoodie that I got off of one of those like Facebook ads. So
Like the
it's
whip
really bad
ones.
quality, but I love it because it's purple at the top going down into like a very light grey. But the way it goes down into is like tentacles. So I just feel like I'm a mini Ursula. I'm like a Lord Farquaad version of Ursula.
Ursula.
Ursula. Ursula. How do you say it?
Ursula.
Ursula?
Ursula.
Ursula. Ursula.
That's so
Like
cute.
the constellation Ursa. Ursula.
But that doesn't sound right.
It's okay, we love
That's
you
how it's
anyways.
spelled. Caspian is having Caspian is having an existential crisis now.
Like how when you tried to say it with an S, you added a Y to it, like Ursula.
Ursula.
Yeah, because I feel like that's how she says it in the movie. Because like she's so exaggerated about everything. So
Does she say
I
her own
always
name in the movie?
Yeah, I
Okay,
feel like she does. I feel like she's like, "Hello, darling, I'm Ursula," and then she's like, "Body language."
I'm gonna fact check after this panel to see if she says it like that.
I might fact check during this panel.
But yeah, Hazel fact
I'm
check.
curious. I'm curious. Not really fact checked. I'm just more curious than anything. But I have. If it's under 15 seconds, it's not copyright. With film and media, especially if it's in a discussory thing. All right, I launched Disney Plus. Why am I typing
Why did
Disney
you
into
not
Disney
just use
Plus?
YouTube, Hazel?
Because this is easier.
Going on the whole movie instead of trying to
Yeah.
find
I'm gonna
Big
fast
City.
forward to the right part.
How do you know if it's the right part?
Because you can see
She
where you're
has bits where
scrubbing.
she voices over other scenes, Hazel.
Well, you just skip
Oh,
to the
dang
general
it.
area. Wow, Ursula doesn't show up to a good chunk in the movie.
I mean, you could definitely just search up Ursula.
Well, we'll see who finds it first.
While this is being fact checked,
Yeah.
fact checked. Our question from Isadora Jane is, what is/was your favorite school subject, specifically of like the basic core academics? So I'm guessing I can't say archaeology.
1 second, I'm scrubbing through Under the Sea.
The sea's pretty clean. I don't think you need to do that. Has there been an oil spill?
Are we talking like required courses then? Like the main, like, you know,
Like-
science, math, geography, history,
English, yeah.
like,
Like-
okay.
For me, my two favorites were always English and history. Those were the two that I excelled at the most. Because, like, the sciences, it all really depends on the teacher for understanding those things. Whereas English and history, it's just, here's a fact of what happens. You don't need to interpret data or anything. We don't need to teach you equations. This is what happened. And with English, it's read a book, make up your own interpretation of what it means, and if you're creative enough, we'll give you a gold star anyway.
I don't think Ursula says her name.
I
Sorry,
don't think she
continue.
ever says her name.
I'm gonna look the movie transcript right now.
Yeah, I don't think she ever says her name. But back to the topic at hand.
Yes.
My favorite subject was math and sciences when I was in high school. Yeah.
For me, were Spanish, like for instead, like I study in Spanish, so instead of English, Spanish, right? Like to read books and stuff like that. Yeah, that was mine.
I probably like English best if you take out the spelling. Anything? The other core subjects.
Yeah. I think that was English too. or like biology, I think was okay, but that was just the two I was best at. My history class wasn't very fun. I didn't have any like fun options for history, so it's like Canadian history.
Drama was good as well. I enjoyed drama in high school.
I feel like drama was one of those ones where like it all very much depends on the teacher.
Our teacher was freaking amazing.
Like
I loved it because of the teacher.
Like I had some good drama teachers, but other ones were like people treat drama as a DOS subject, like, you know, one that you can just take if you don't want to take another subject. And he taught it like it was as well. It literally was just walking into the room and then just chatting for like 45 minutes.
I mean, we used to do that as well, but
Um,
we were supposed to be rehearsing, but you never rehearsed. You just sat about on the floor in a hall somewhere for the whole lesson.
I have an answer to the question, but I also, she does say her name at least once, and so I haven't listened to it yet, but I found it through the transcript. So I'm just gonna hit play. I don't know how quickly it's gonna come up. I think within like 10 seconds or so, because I've been scrubbing through it. Okay. Hopefully my mic quality is not too terrible.
Or she says it in the song.
Yeah.
See, Ursula.
I didn't hear
kinda does
Ursula.
sound
I
like
heard
Ursula.
it kind of does, but it's hard to hear.
They do, because they come
She's
flocking
also
to my cauldron
singing.
crying, spells, Ursula, please.
She's also singing, so it doesn't.
It
I do.
does count.
She is also
Okay,
singing.
Ursula.
I know
Ursula.
Floatsome also says her name, apparently. So I can scrub back for that. But the question is, if we're including like theater, I really enjoyed doing theater, although I didn't really take the class. But I enjoyed that one to the point that I got in a little bit of trouble in my English class at one point, or was it creative writing? I think it was English. I can't remember. It's either creative writer or English. I didn't want to do one of the assignments in that class, and so I had been procrastinating on it, and it was currently late. And then we had a really busy day, like with production coming up, Tech Week was coming up, and I needed more time to get stuff done for theater. So I was going to every class of mine at the beginning of the period, and then begging the teacher to let me skip class that day to go do stuff for the theater department. And when I asked my English teacher, I guess he misunderstood what I was asking, because later, when my friends who was that English teacher's TA was saying, "Oh yeah, he was saying that you said you had to go to the theater to like finish your project, and he's super excited to see what your essay is gonna turn out as. You're putting this much time and effort into it, like go to the theater." And it's like, that's not what I told him. I said I had to go work on the production called The Project in the theater, not my essay project. Crap. Anyways, so I did enjoy theater a lot though. And that's what I currently do for a living is production management. So yeah.
You talking about getting in trouble in class just sent me back like 20 years. Not 20, but like, because I just remembered. I feel like I've repressed this memory because at one point in primary school we had to write from Little John's perspective when Robin Hood gets captured, and the teacher setting out the assignment was like, yes, don't be afraid to like, you really want to get across like how frustrated he feels, you know, like how angry and frustrated with everything he feels. You need to get that across. That's the core like aspect of this assignment. So I put swear words in, and then the next day, well, I thought that was the best way to get it across. And the next day he took me out of the class, and I was like, you know, I did a fantastic job on this. This was like 10 out of 10 piece of work. He's probably like gonna say that it was really good, but didn't want to say it in front of class. And then he was like, I was really concerned about your writing. That language is unacceptable. And I was just there like, but you told me to get the frustration across, and I did.
Yeah. I scrubbed to the part where either Floatson or Justin says Ursula's name. Wait, what? A point two of evidence. I haven't listened to it yet. So just this is the new topic of today's live stream. Oh no, that confirms Caspian's more.
If it's an eel, it's definitely something.
Ursula.
Eels say Ursula.
That's true. That's true.
I'm sorry, it's been confirmed now.
I think Sebastian
would-
also says Ursula. Oh, Ariel
Yeah.
says Ursula at some point.
I like how Hazel's got the transcript of the
I do
Yeah.
have the
That is-
transcript, and I did control find, and so I'm jumpy to all the references of Ursula's name.
I literally was gonna do this musical. Oh, we've never said Ursula.
The musicals are different, though. Okay.
They did the pantomime of it over here year before like COVID happened. Who knows when that was, honestly. For Christmas, and they had like I can't remember what the sea witch was called, but to get around like Disney copyright, like the Little Mermaid was called Mariel, and like it was a full panto. I was playing Pedro the Love Doctor,
Okay. I
who
found
sang Hungry Eyes to get them to fall in love with each other.
Ariel
replacement
saying
for
it.
Kiss. Yeah, in replacement for Kiss the Girl, it was Hungry Eyes.
That's such a sexual song as well.
I scrubbed to when Ariel says Ursula's name for
Mhm.
more evidence.
Here we go, guys.
Here we go. Oh, dang it. I was too soon. 1 second. Okay.
Ariel, where are you going? Ariel, what are you doing here with this riffraff?
I'm going to see Ursula.
That's one character so far that says it that way.
Well,
and
it's a
that
character
is
that
Jane
doesn't have a
Benson.
weird accent or like a snake.
It's the main
problem.
character, so actually I think I will take.
I don't know. I would go for Ursula
I'm gonna
saying her
keep.
own name versus someone else.
But she was singing. 1 second. I'm scrubbing. I'm scrubbing. Oh, okay. Here's another spot where she's not singing that she says her name apparently. Let me scrub. Let me scrub to that part. What part is this?
This is so funny. I can't believe this whole. Ask me anything. Don't ask me how Ursula says her name, though.
See, you just said it.
I know. I have a list.
You can hear that if you try to hear it.
I have a speech impediment, Caspian.
No, you're just Scottish.
That too, but I also do have a speech impediment.
That is fair. For legal reasons, guys, I'm not making fun of Richie's speech impediment. This is.
I mean, they may be. I don't know.
No.
Okay.
Like, Oliver's like, yeah.
Wait, Ollie, which side are you on? Are you on side Ursula or Ursula?
Oh gosh.
I can't even say it right now. All I can say is Ursula.
That's because it's how it's said.
No, it's because you've tricked my brain. I'm thinking that's how it's.
Okay, I
Sad.
found another point where she's not singing and she says her own name. Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Right,
still
here we go.
scrubbing through.
Well, it's time Ursula took matters into her own tentacles.
She has a
Ursula.
lot.
No.
She has a.
Ash.
Yeah,
That sounded
Yeah.
like Ursula, not Ursula.
that was Ursula.
That sounded like Ursula.
They sound
No.
the same. No, my brain is like both of what you've just said sounded
Can
the
we
same.
find her saying her name is Vanessa? Is that a thing we can find?
Vanessa.
Why would Vanessa be a debate?
No, why would no? Like, can we find her saying? Okay, Trident also says Ursula's name at one point. This has
I'm not
become a full-on
Scott
Inquisition.
versus Scott, but
Okay, I'm
Absolutely.
trying to scrub through
How
one.
do you know your friends in Scottish unless you're bullying each other?
it's a panel, but it's just me and Caspian bullying each other called Scott versus Scott.
That's not a panel, that's a night at the pub.
That's me when I go up to.
Yeah. That's me when I come down to you. I'm like, alright, let's go.
Oh yeah, especially Glasgow.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of bullying. No comment. Please, like, I'm staying out of this one.
Yeah.
I have like this became the whole panel. This is so funny.
It's always the thing. Oh, there we go. Okay.
I can't believe this stemmed from you seeing Ursula been talking about friggin' physics. Like,
I know.
You said it correctly.
did I? What did I say?
Okay.
I don't remember.
Ursula.
That sounds the same as Ursula.
Here's
though.
another example. This might be our last example, but I'm not sure. Her name is still listed like 20 more times in the script. But that's also like, you know, her title code things and like other things. Anyways, here we go. Here's Triton saying Ursula's name.
But a much bigger fish. Ursula, stop!
Yes, that was S.
That was an S. That was an
No,
S.
because that was different, because that was pronounced different from how you guys also pronounce it. That was a third pronunciation.
I'm having an existential
Because that was
crisis.
Ursula.
Yes, but the S was still there. I was the N was only the only difference.
No, but that's still a different pronunciation.
It is, but we're not arguing about the end of the word right now. We can get to that later. We're arguing about the S.
No,
Okay,
because that
there's
changes
no more
all the
references.
time.
There's no more references to her name in
Okay,
this.
so basically what we've discovered is that I am correct.
I think I'm going to go through again
Possibly.
and like do a screen recording like of each individual Ursula and put them back to back to back, and we can just go insane trying to trying to
Super
pick
fun,
apart the
love it.
differences. Our name's mentioned like what 4 or 5 times in a total. Oh gosh. Okay. Oliver says it's always an offhand comment that gets us off the rails. It is.
Like Percy being an octopus.
Oh yeah. See when you see on Sunday when you brought that up at the panel, I was just like I started laughing because I looked at Blaze and I was just like
We need to do like a master cut of every time we talk about Percy being an octopus. Oh, also before we end the stream, because we're coming up to that time, like we're not quite there, but we're almost there. Merch. The amazing and lovely Juniper is in charge of merch, and we are so excited. I'm gonna put in the comments our like form where you can submit merch ideas. But also, we kind of want to do some special merch for Pride Month in June to replace the Maple Connect collection. So if you've got any ideas as to like Storyverse Live themed Pride merch that we should do, let us know. Yeah, that's it. That's all I had to add.
We need to get Cass and they pronouns too.
yeah.
I think that
you know
actually,
what?
hold up, wait a second. I'm gonna submit an idea so I don't forget.
Please. A they shirt would be
I'm picturing
so
like it doesn't have to be this, but I'm picturing like a hello there on my name, but
yeah,
then like
I was about to say it has to be the hello there, my pronouns are, and then just they.
I'm putting it into the
It's
form
like
so I don't
those,
forget.
you know those really cheesy shirts where it's like, my relationship status is, and it's like got all the boxes.
Are you gonna just shoot
My pronouns are, but
they.
It's just none of the ones on the front are ticked, and it's just on the back they.
oh
They.
gosh. We have too much fun.
But going back to Percy as an octopus, it got stuck in my head so much I had to draw a fan out of it.
Wait,
So I did.
merch idea.
I will buy a Percy's and Octopus shirt and wear it as Annabeth on a panel specifically for the jokes.
I'm writing these down and putting them in the form suggestion.
Even better, I'll wear it as Clarice because that would
Yeah.
be funnier.
That would be very funny.
It's just a full gods panel where all the gods were.
Poseidon just has a Percy's and Octopus.
I think we just whoever buys a Percy shirt.
On that panel, just not wearing the shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Percy doesn't know. Oliver, if
Yeah.
if you're listening to this, forget what we said. This is not a plan you are privy to.
Okay, but just
A
imagine
pride nuggie.
Oh, Pride Nuggie.
Rainbow nugget.
Rainbow
That could
Nugs.
go
A
in 2
Nuggie's just like
collections.
holding a pride flag.
A rainbow
It's got
nugget.
little stick arms, like you know the little like it's a nugget, but it has little stick arms and legs. It's just like
Yes.
all half the merch are just our ideas because we're hilarious.
Oh yes, I'm gonna
That is
add
awesome.
a a box for Pride content.
A rainbow nugget.
Does Redbubble like let you do
That's
flags?
amazing.
Because you should just have a pride flag with a nugget.
I don't know if they let us do flags. I think probably.
Or if it's like my sexuality is, and then it's a rainbow nugget.
We could probably do a sticker if they don't.
Yeah, we could definitely do stickers. I don't know.
I want a sticker. It's a rainbow nugget.
That's key. Like we have for the Patreon we have up, we have the stickers that are available. What's the deadline for that, Hazel?
Oh, the June 6th is the deadline.
June 6th. What about after June 6th? We get some possibilities of some Pride stickers for patrons.
That would be a good idea.
Can't wait to
have
get my
to-
cash money sticker.
Yes. I need to figure out how to ship stuff internationally. It's just a sticker, so it shouldn't be. I think it's just like maybe an extra
You can
stamp.
like shove it in a card. It's like
Yeah.
it's really cheap.
Yeah, I think it's
know.
just like I just need to make sure it's not like an extra stamp. Even if it's an extra stamp, that's super cheap. But I just need to figure out how to like what's the protocol to make sure that actually arrives. Oh yeah, I was lucky. Do they have flags? I don't know if they have flags. They have scarves. Like the big scarves, and they have like throw blankets and tapestries.
Ooh, Isidore Jane, I love that idea. The Fight Club is truly Nira and Mike's baby, and
Oh, I
love
love it. I love it.
I would buy so much Fight Club, godly Fight Club merch, honestly.
Once we get the Pride stuff up, you will just see my account, and it's gonna have all of the stuff in one big.
Yeah, when I first heard about mentioned, I thought a shirt that says "Wall a Little Greek" with like 5 flags behind it.
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm so excited about the merch stuff. I want all the merch.
The best thing about merch is buying your own merch. As someone who owns like the parts of stuff from my own personal merch store, it's just like so nice. You're like, it's real, I can touch it.
Yes. I need to buy the head empty only more superhero short before April's over.
Yeah. Head and only marsupials isn't just a April thing, that is an eternal state of mind.
Yes. Well, I think we can use it in 2023 when we return with April. Caspian and I are just gonna show up in matching shorts, and Reggie's invited too. We're just
No one else is invited. It's a 10-hour stream of just me, Reggie, and Lisa.
Well, I more meant like invited to my house to stream.
I will be ill this time. I will not be ill this time.
Yes.
You're not allowed to be. We will force you not to be ill.
But like, take a nausea tablet. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just pumping you full of Calpol.
Guys, it's Noah.
Alcohol is like drugs, man.
It's our emotional support they them in the comments. In the chat, not the comments, the chat. I love Noah.
I was just talking about our baby of the Godly Fight Club. I love you.
We love Noah, if that wasn't obvious. I'm so excited about the merch, and I'm so excited about just streaming in general with you guys. Just the excitement.
I am very excited for the our next 24-hour
Oh
stream.
yeah. Wait, we haven't really officially announced it yet.
We haven't announced it.
We should.
We should announce it. We're going to be doing a 24-hour live stream on June 4th and 5th. Let me pull up
From 5 p.m. PST, is
EST. From 2 p.m. EST,
Yeah.
2 p.m. PST / 5 p.m. EST to 2 p.m. PST / 5 p.m. EST the next day. Yes. the normal 24-hour live streaming hours. I'm trying to find. We haven't actually concluded all voting yet on what charity we're gonna be raising for, but the voting is pretty conclusive so far. Like, yeah, we've got, let's see, 8 the leading charity in our like streamer voting thing has 8 votes on all the like the next closest charity, so I think it's pretty much decided. So we'll almost most likely definitely be raising for Point of Pride, which is a fantastic charity that has been providing life-changing gender-affirming support for trans youth and adults around the world. They're a completely volunteer-operated, trans-led nonprofit, and they rely on the generosity of community members and allies for support. Their donations fund free chest binders and femme shapewear mailed discreetly to recipients in all 50 states and 80 plus countries and counting. And they also give you access to gender affirming surgery. The funds will go towards providing access to gender affirming surgeries and HRT services for trans folks, many of whom lack the financial resources and or inclusive health insurance coverage needed to obtain health care. As well as emergency microgrants for trans folks most affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Um, yeah, so that's all really cool stuff, and it's looking like that's probably the charity we're gonna raise for, as it has the most votes in our streamer like voted thing. So super exciting! I'm actually really excited that we found Point of Pride because it seems like a really great charity, and they're like doing really good stuff for the trans community. So,
And I love it as well because there's, like Pride Month is such an important month. Like there's still 71 countries where it's illegal to be gay, and there are many more countries than that where it's illegal to be trans or present according to your identity. And even in countries it is legal, there are so many countries where it's frowned upon or so much harder. And that ain't cool, man.
yeah. Yep.
People should be able to present how they wish and be who they want to be.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yep, and I think supporting a trans charity, like a pride charity specifically focused on trans people, is also really important for like especially our streaming group because we have a lot of people that stream with us as well as viewers that are in the trans community in some way or the other, and so it's really important that we support them. And I'm really excited that we're supporting a charity that is, well, most likely, again, it's got like an 8 vote lead right now on the next closest charity and our like list of charities to vote from. But super excited about a charity that's going to be doing like actual stuff, like physical things. The money goes directly towards helping trans people present how they want to present. So
And also, like with the like there has been a huge statistical uptick in people that no longer identify as cis since lockdown started, since people have been allowed to like pause for a moment and actually think about themselves and their identity. So even helping a little bit towards a charity that is helping with gender affirmation, when there's been this huge uptick and more demand, I just think is really neat.
yeah, I think it's really important and super good. It's also really important that trans people that want to bind have access to safe, like, proper binders and that kind of thing. Because it
Yeah.
can be really dangerous to,
Yes.
bind improperly or like use ace bandages, use things that aren't meant for binding. So providing people discreetly too is a big thing. So a lot of times that's the barrier to binding properly is, what your family's going to think, that kind of thing, if you don't have supportive people in your life. So super important and super great work that this charity is doing in providing that for trans folks
And
that want to
especially,
bind. Yeah.
yeah, like especially with us, like we're all cosplayers. We do a lot of shape shifting, and for some of us that's across the gender spectrum, especially, and we use binders and all sorts of things like that. And it is a thing of you will get like cosplayer friends who are asking where could we get a safe binder, because you can get one on Amazon that's so unsafe, but it's like £5 sort of thing. And it is a thing of like as cosplayers, we for the most part usually are lucky enough to be in a situation where we can have access to these, and usually in a safe place where we can present like that.
Yeah.
At least in a cosplay situation. And I think a lot of things, and it is 11. I just think it's very good. Charity, good.
Yeah.
Pride Month, good. And
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I'm excited.
Pride is good.
I'm
Big
really
wear, good.
yes. I'm really excited about doing a charity, especially that supports trans folks right now, because like everything has to be laid out. And it's just super important currently, and it's close to my heart. I personally identify as cis, but my younger sibling identifies as non-binary, and I just really want to support them as much as I can. And I've had so many new friends come in my life that don't identify as cis, and I've learned so much, and I want to continue helping my friends and people I care about, and like ultimately, like I've heard this said by many people before, like if you don't know somebody that isn't cis, you probably actually do, but they don't, you know, talk about it yet. So like you almost always know somebody that identifies differently because it's not that uncommon. Um, and so supporting the normalization of that and just providing access to let people identify how they want to identify is really important. And I'm really excited we can help with that.
Absolutely. And also, side note on that,
Yes.
because I think it's very important. It's not that I think anyone here would do that, whether in the chat or on the panel, but always remember, whether you are part of the LGBT, the alphabet mafia, if you will, or not, being a good ally is so important. Remember, like, to support the voices of those that are going through it, and also stuff that can be jokes can be hurtful. One huge pet peeve of mine is the attack helicopter jokes. Never do that. Don't do that. That takes 10 steps back. Do what you can to make your friends feel comfortable. Do what you can to make everyone feel comfortable, because I didn't believe in karma, but if you're sending out good things into the world, you're making the world a better place, even if you're not getting the direct repercussions of that back in a positive way.
Yeah. Yep, support is super important. Listen, that's a huge thing. So, uplift other people's voices that are part of the community, and then just listen. It's really important. So, yeah, that's the. I don't know what else there is to say. I think we've
I
blabbered
know
on.
what there is to say.
Oh.
Wash your phones, wash your hands, wash yourselves. Don't wash your friends, get them to wash themselves. Wash your clothes, wash your face. Take care of your mental health.
Yes, stay hydrated. That's really important.
You can do that while washing yourself.
I mean, I wouldn't recommend
Take
it.
a glass of water into the shower.
Okay.
Oh man. Okay. Yep. That's our stream. We are going to go live tomorrow evening. At I believe it's 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's gonna be a Ronaverse panel. Yay! Yeah, 3 a.m. for our British people, or UK area, and then we're also going live on Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday is a Harry Potter Marauders panel, and then Sunday is another Ronaverse panel. So Sunday and Saturday's panels are at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time / 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as per usual.
Oh.
Yes.
Wait, did you say Marauders era panel? I don't
Is
think
it?
it.
Oh, is it not? Did we
No,
change
it's
it?
a modern
Skeleton
panel.
I
era.
don't think so.
No, it's modern.
Oh, okay. I think at one point when I was looking at the schedule, when we were like building it, it was Marauders.
No, it's not.
Okay, never mind. Ignore what I said. It's the Golden Trio era. Yeah. But it's coming up.
And yeah.
Let me make sure that is laid
And
out properly.
if you're free to watch them, you should, because they're all guaranteed to be awesome with awesome people, because all the streamers are awesome. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yes. But I'm very excited for the panels. And yeah, and then I think we still have one more week after this of regular streams before the 24-hour live stream. So, yeah. Okay. That's all I have. Anything else?
It's Eurovision on Saturday.
don't know what that is.
Grab your shiniest shoes. It's where
I
ABBA
have
comes from.
never
That's-
watched Eurovision in my entire life.
It's where what comes
Okay,
from?
we need to get off stream so I can yell at you guys
Okay.
and use words that we can't use on stream.
Okay, goodbye everybody. If you don't know what Eurovision is, look stuff up before Caspian yells at you.
Yeah. Pray for me.
Oh wait, where's the end screen? There it is. All right, bye. Okay, hey guys, we're launching our Patreon, so if you haven't checked it out yet, go ahead and give it a check out. We love you all so much, and hope that you guys have a wonderful day. So here's our end card. Thank you to Nuggies for being a Patreon already, and thank you to our streamers.